So when you're coming out of this sort of situation, if you can't see the left properly because there's maybe the vehicle next to you is quite big, you want to come out of it really slowly, like now, like this. So just using your clutch control. Once you can see a bit more, then you add a bit more gas, bring the clutch a bit higher. And you still want to keep it slow because there's quite a small space here. There's a lot of big parked vehicles everywhere and people doing other things, maneuvering and reversing. So just keep it slow until you got more space, and then you can add more gas and go faster. So there's a car on the right here, but he's signalling left, so I'm gonna make my move. But I didn't move straight away because he was going a bit fast for that turn. He only slowed down right at the last second. So if you're not sure if someone's actually turning or not, don't go. Only go if you're certain that they're turning and you're not gonna get in their way. So if we're going straight second exit on a large roundabout, you want to keep to the left lane, and you want to be in gear 2 as you approach it. So right now I was in gear 3, I'm going to go into gear 2, checking the right from early, got my clutch up, now adding a bit of gas. I'm keeping the left the whole time, and these cars on the left should wait for me. I'm just going to check my mirrors and signal left the whole time. I'm keeping left, and then I'm going to check my right mirror now to make sure there's no one coming from the other lane coming off the roundabout at the same time as I am. And you want to be looking on the floor as well. There's got a lot of information there. So there it's just told me that this road is 30. Sometimes you won't know what the speed limit is, but if you look on the floor, you're going to see a lot of information such as speed, or where you shouldn't stop, where you shouldn't be turning, all that kind of stuff. So pay more attention to the floor if you're getting confused about what you should be doing on the road. So here I can see up ahead that the lanes are merging together, but there's a car already next to me, so I'm just going to keep an eye on him. Checking my right mirror as I go through. He slowed down a bit just so I can go through, so that's fine. But you want to be aware of that so that you don't end up in a really tight spot with somebody else trying to squeeze in the same place as you are. This car's turning right, so I'm just going to check my mirror and go around him. Then the lanes are merging together anyway here. I'm just going to check my right mirror as I go back towards the center of this road now, this lane. So I can see there's a van parked up on the left with this indicator. I don't know if it's indicating or it's got its hazards on, but as you approach it, you want to just be wary that they might poke out a little bit. So that's why I had my brake covered and being ready to stop if anything, if they came out too fast or came out without seeing me. I'm going to turn right at the traffic lights. I'm just going to check my center mirror, right mirror, signal right as I approach it. So I'm wary that it might change to red. So like there, you see, it's going to change. So I'm just going to slow down a bit more and come to a full stop and go into gear 1. So you see there, I can stop in gear 3. You can stop in any gear really, but you want to make sure before anything happens, before anything else, you want to go back into gear 1 so that you're ready for the next bit, especially if you're the first car like this. I know some people would prefer to go into neutral, put the handbrake up, but if you're trying to make things easier for yourself, just be in gear 1 like this, clutch down. Now I'm ready to go if something happens. So if like the light's going to change to green, I can add a bit of gas, clutch up. I don't have to worry about going into gear 1 and all that kind of stuff. And once these guys have gone, I can just, same thing, add a bit of gas, clutch to the biting point, keep it there for a second, and then bring it up a bit more, and I'm off. So we've got this car in the middle of the road here, so he should wait for us until we've gone past. Maybe there's a space behind it, so yeah. Once we go past, then you can wait. But some people that in that situation there, if you're kind of far away, they'll think they can go in front of you, so just be ready for that in case they do that. But in that situation, you have priority, so really they should wait for you, but just be ready in case they don't wait for you. Next traffic lights, I'm turning left, so I'm just going to check my center mirror, left mirror, signal left. I'm going to go into gear 2 as I approach it. So I get a lot of questions about letting go of the steering wheel. So once I've turned, I'm going to let go of the steering wheel a bit just so it can straighten out. I get a lot of people asking me why I'm doing that, or why I'm doing that because it's not safe. But there, the car's under full control. I didn't let go of the steering wheel fully. I just let go a bit so it can go back to the middle, and that's perfectly fine. As long as the car is controlled, it shouldn't really matter, you know, whether you let go of the steering wheel a tiny bit. It's just to let it go back to the middle. You don't want to let go of it fully, but just have your hands on it, and then it's gonna go back to straight. And then once it's there, just hold it a bit tighter again. I'm just gonna wait for this bus because there's quite a small space in this. I'm just gonna let him come through, remembering to go back into gear 1 so that I don't try to move off in gear 2. Checking my mirrors before I move off, and then add a bit of gas, clutch to the biting point, and I'm off. So remember, in those situations, if you're not sure how big the space is, and especially if a large vehicle is coming through, don't just follow the car in front of you. Sometimes you're the one that has to, stop for them to make everything easier. Because if you go in there, you might be the one that actually causes a blockage, and then the bus might be going around the car in front of you, but now they can't go past because you're there as well. So analyze the situation. Like in this situation, for instance, that blue car should wait before going in any further, just to allow the bus to come out. Then always remember to go back into gear 1. So like now I'm just checking to see what's happening in there. I don't want to go in there if I can see big vehicles coming through, but it's just small ones coming through, so I don't have to worry too much about them. I can actually just follow these guys, and I'm just looking again to see what's happening up there. I don't want to blindly follow these guys, but it looks like there's no more big vehicles, just smaller vehicles that we both can fit through at the same time together, so I can carry on going, and being mindful of how big the space is the whole time as well. And notice I'm not going too fast, I'm just keeping a distance between me and the car in front, because there's no point going really quickly here because everyone's going slowly anyway. I'm going around the bus and just checking how many people are actually going onto the bus. There's still quite a lot of people queuing up to go into it, which gives you an idea of how long the bus is going to be there for. Because remember, buses are priority when they're trying to come out. So if you can see how many passengers are getting on, and you know there's going to be quite a few, that will show you exactly, well, not exactly, but it'll show you how much time you have roughly to go past the bus. And if there's lots of people going on, you can be a bit more relaxed knowing that the bus is not going to try to move off that soon. So here, these cars are going past this bus. I'm just going to go a bit more left just to give them a bit more room. So in that situation, don't just stick to your side of the road because you think, oh, it's my side of the road, so I'm not going to move out the way. They can see how much space is there, and they're going to expect you to move out the way a little bit so they can go around the bus. So if you have space, check your left mirror, move a bit out of the way so everyone can keep moving. So watch out for signs like this as well, telling you roundabouts coming up. That will give you a few seconds extra to prepare for it. I'm going to turn left here. I'm going to check my centre mirror, left mirror. I'll signal left. I'm going to go into gear 2. I'm checking for any cars coming down the hill that will indicate, but there's no one indicating, so I'm going to go. That car that was indicating is quite far away. It's not going to affect me because I'm a bit far away from him. But you want to watch out for any cars coming down the hill indicating to turn in front of you because they will have priority. So keep an eye on that. So coming to the end of the road here, I'm just checking this van on the left. It looks like it's parked because he's very close to the edge. Even though he's got like his lights are on, I'm looking to see how close he is to the edge of the pavement as well, because people get confused there. They'll wait behind that guy, but he's not going anywhere because you see all these other cars are parked up. Then you can end up being stuck there because you're thinking that this guy is just sitting in traffic. So you want to look out for clues like have they got their lights on, how close are they to the pavement, and are their mirrors tucked in, that kind of thing. That will show you that the person is parked and they're not trying to move, so that you're not going to stop behind them for no reason. Before I turn here, I'm wary that there's a box junction there, so I'm making sure that there's space beyond the box before I turn, because I can't turn left here and then wait in the box because I'll get a fine otherwise, and if that was a test, that would be a serious fault. So I'm just going to make sure that there's no one in that section there, which is looking clear right now, so I can make my turn and I can carry on and be clear of the box. So the person in front of me is turning. I'm just going to give them plenty of room, because when people are turning, they slow down first. So when you see a signal, don't ignore that. Don't get really close to them. They're going to need to slow down a bit first before they make that turn. I'm just going to change lanes now. I'm just going to check my centre mirror, right mirror, signal right. There's a big space there. I'm going to keep checking it. I'm also checking the car in front of me as well. And then once I get in the lane, I cancel my signal. So your signal won't cancel itself in most situations when you change lanes. If you make a big turn, then it's going to cancel itself, but just a small turn like a lane change, you'll need to manually cancel that because you don't want to confuse people further down the road. Now this car is turning in front of me. Now I'm just going to slow down a bit, give them some room so that I don't get too close to them. So once I can see that they're out of the way, I'm going to check my mirror, then I can carry on now. And I'm going to keep left because I know I'm going to go towards the left, so I'm just going to keep left the whole time. So there's a giveaway line for those guys over there, so don't be scared to go that far left. There's a giveaway line there for a reason. They need to wait behind it, so don't be going all the way to the right because you're worried about those cars that are on the left. They've got a giveaway line there for a reason, so use that space next to the giveaway line because that's your space to drive on these kind of roads as well. Be careful because it looks like it could be a fast road, but it's not. This is actually a 30 road still. There's been no signs telling you or telling us that it's a 40, but some people will look at it because it's got 2 lanes going this way and 2 lanes going that way, and they think they can go really fast, but they can't because it's actually a 30 mile an hour road still. So be careful of that. So as I approach this roundabout, I'm just going to check my left mirror because there's a little road here joining this lane. I'm just going to check the right again because I couldn't see beyond that blue car that was next to us. And then once it's clear, I can carry on. This lady just got into the roundabout in front of me, so I'm just going to slow down a bit to give her space, and she's turning as well, so I'm just going to cover my brake. So when people get in your way, just sometimes you need to brake a bit to give them a bit more time so that you don't get too close to them. And then this person on the left, they need to wait because I'm on the main road and they have to wait for us. So in that case, don't be too scared, just be confident that they're going to stop for you. So right now I'm actually using my brake to go down this hill, because if I don't, I'm going to go way too fast. Just keep my foot gently on the brake to control my speed. And this car on the right has to wait for us because he needs to cross our lane to get to where he's going, so I'm not too concerned about him. But I'm keeping an eye on him. I kept my eye on him, but I wasn't too scared, because if I was, I would give him the wrong signals. I would start slowing down for no reason and then make him think that I'm letting him through. And there's people waiting to cross up there. It's going to go into gear 1 because they look like they're going to cross anyway, which they are in front of that car. I'm just going to get my car to the biting point, at the same time adding some gas, so that way I can catch the car before it rolls backwards. So if you practice that, it can be quite easy actually, and then it's easier than using the handbrake sometimes, because you don't have to actually come to a full stop. Just get into gear 1 before you come to a stop, and then add some gas, bring the clutch to the biting point, and you can hold it there and then move on. But that takes practice though, so if you don't get it right the first few times, don't worry, it takes practice. And then here, as I go through these lights, I can see the lanes are merging together, so I'm just going to check my left mirror because that lane is coming into this lane, so I'm making sure there's no one coming to this lane from that side at the same time as I am. At the traffic lights, I'm turning right, so I'm just going to check my center mirror, right mirror, signal right, and I'm going to get into gear 1 before I come to a stop actually, because the light could change at any second, because it's been red for quite a while. So you see there's changed to green, so I'm just going to add some gas, bring my clutch just to the biting point, adding more gas. So I'm trying to keep my gas at the same level so it doesn't stall, which is a mistake that a lot of learners make. They start pressing the gas, and then when they hear the engine they get scared and they come off the gas and then they stall. At the end here, I'm going to turn right, so center mirror, right mirror, signal right, into gear 1. Checking the right from earlier, I can see that after that motorbike it looks like it's quite clear. I'm just going to quickly glance to the left because they have to wait for me. I'm not paying too much attention there. My main attention was towards the right, and then once I saw that it was clear, I could start moving. So here, there's a car coming down the road. I'm just going to position myself just here, so I'm keeping that road clear, and I'm not getting too close to the car in front as well. And once this car's gone past, I'm going to check my mirror, my right mirror, and then go around the parked cars, and I'm done.